A lot of people ask how, when we watch all these videos, we see them all the time, all the videos that you see and all the videos that I see that don't end up on the channel. How do we avoid getting all pissed off and depressed about it? Well, the answer is as a reporter, reporters practice detachment. And we practice detachment for one reason, because once you form a judgment about whatever you're writing on, then you're going to shut down observation. That means you're not going to get the full story. So I practice detachment when I see all this violence. I mean, when you think about detachment, think about what's going on in Washington, D.C. now. The reporters making all these mistakes about Trump. That's because they've already made the judgment he's a bad, racist, terrible person who's dumb, doesn't know anything. So all the stories sound the same because they've all made the same judgment. I mean, that's why the reporter said Trump took the Martin Luther King statue out of the Oval Office, when that was not true. The only place that was true was in the fervent imagination of that reporter from Time magazine who said it was true. And so that's why we try not to get too unhappy or pissed or depressed about each and every story. But I kind of made an exception on this one. I got annoyed at this story you're going to see here. I didn't get annoyed at the fact that a black person followed an old white couple home and killed one of them. We see that all the time by the dumb Asian person. They follow home from a casino or from a small business like a grocery store or dry cleaner, follow them home, a bunch of them go in, rob, kill, run away with their car. In this case, it's a white couple, an old white couple. He died. Why don't we take a look at that right now?
Do it every single day. How often are you just walking back to your car or pulling into your garage, unaware of your surroundings? While one woman has a heartbreaking story that you need to hear. It could save your life.
He has this life sentence, but that doesn't bring back my husband. Yeah. He's gone forever. Gone forever.
After 56 years of marriage, Rosemary Baguki is trying to live life without her best friend. Her husband Frank was killed in November of 2015. It was a normal night out, driving back home to Jason Court in Sterling Heights.
We had dinner, came home. We did that a lot. I mean, how many people stop to think anyone's following me? I do that now.
She's talking to Action News now as a cautionary tale, believing her story could make a difference, save a life. The man convicted of first-degree murder, Edwardian Davidson, was ordered to stay behind bars for the rest of his life. Investigators say he followed the two home, looking to rob them.
I was driving. My husband was sitting next to me in the car, and I hit the button. The garage door opened, and I pulled in.
As soon as they drove into their garage, Davidson attacked, striking her husband in the face and stealing her handbag. The 89-year-old military veteran slammed his head on the ground, dying days later.
He started pulling on my handbag, and I was pulling back. I didn't want him to take my purse. It had all my ID in there. I was so intent on him, I didn't realize where my husband was.
That criminal got away with just $24, but of course stole much more. Rosemary warns the elderly are targets, saying you could be next. Here's a few things you can do to stay safe, according to the Michigan State Police. Don't go out alone at night. Also, break your routine. Try switching up the times you leave or come home. If you are being attacked, don't fight, give up your stuff. And always have your keys out when walking to your door.
It could happen anywhere. It could happen, to anyone. I never expected anything like that to happen. I never thought that.
What really got me annoyed about this story was how often do we see these reporters come on camera afterward and offer us this lame advice about how white people can protect themselves from this inevitable quality of black violence, black on white crime, black mob violence, black criminality so wildly out of proportion. I mean, what were the lame things they said? We know them by heart. Don't walk alone. Don't go out at night. Don't do this. Don't do that. No, the only thing, really, if you boil it down, it's like the only thing you can do, stay at home, lock yourself in a closet, and get your groceries delivered once a month in survival bags. But these same reporters that work so hard to ignore this unbelievable pattern of black and white crime, violence, and murder in a place like Detroit. When black people roll into Detroit and say, we're Black Lives Matter, and we're here to tell you about how black people are relentless victims of relentless white racism. They are so eager to accept all of this racial fairy tale, but ignoring the racial reality of black and white crime in Detroit that in this case resulted in the murder of that old man, destroyed another life. Who knows how many lives this violence destroyed? Contemplate the answer to that question. And while you do, make sure you don't make the black kids angry.